all good, mate. Welcome back, part two.
I'm a fucking knob. I had the whole fucking thing muted,
Oh
didn't I?
man,
What a dickhead!
it's
It's one of
great
them
to
days.
it's great to be back on the show with Matty, Kenny, and Jez and yourself. The season started, and here we are again. Similar position of last year. So we'll see, my friend. But yeah, big up, my friend, and pleased to be on, man. Pleased to be on, and yeah, all good.
Yeah, nice one, man. Matey, how are you, mate?
Doing well, man. I mean, we started here like the team did in the 24th minute of the game on Sunday. That's how we look. But we're here. We're here, baby. We're here. Much love to the chat.
Yeah, nice one, man. Jezza, how are you, man?
Good to be back on this stream. Yeah, shame what happened last night, unfortunately, but that's the world. And I had one of your competitors round today, Lee, from your good old Windows days.
All right.
Anglian came round.
Oh, I used to work for them.
It's not for Windows, mate. It's to do all the soffits and gutters and all that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did a good bit of negotiation with a guy actually. Yeah, got him right down. And
yeah, they're actually pretty decent for fascia and guttering and that. Their windows ain't all that, but the fascia board and guttering conservatory's all right.
Yeah, so that's all being done in 8 weeks' time. Needs doing, you know what I mean? But yeah, good.
Oh, happy days. So get your super chats in, lads. Yeah, because Jez has just done a few quid.
Yeah.
I'm right on cue. That's funny.
I need donations.
Yeah, we've got to beg for the donations, guys. That's what you have to do on these channels these days, right?
Profiting off win.
Profiting off win. Big up Cosley for the super chat. North London together. Stinky 1-0 win. Facts. Big up, bro. Kenny, how are you, mate?
Hello, can you hear me? You can hear me.
We can hear you, Kenny.
You can hear me. Yeah, it's great to be back. It's been, I must say that the football season's come back really, really quickly, but a lot's happened. Transfer news, in terms of, first and foremost, we got the striker we wanted. We got Zubimendi we knew we were going to get. We got Madueke, which is a bit left field. It's something we're not expecting. We were waiting for Eze, but it looks like he's going to Spurs. So when people say off-season is very boring and non-eventful, I think this off-season has been very, very eventful. Mm-hmm. And I stand by what I say. I stand by 2 points. One, all Arsenal content is going to be the most watched since the Wenger days, involving everyone, regardless of who you are. And secondly, sorry, Arsenal fans, I love the club with all my heart, but Bukayo Saka's not world class.
No.
Well, at least you're saying it, mate, because when I say it, I get told I'm racist. So they can't say that to you, can they?
Oh, they call me something much worse than that. Much worse than that. Let's just say Muhammad Ali used to call Joe Frazier that, and other boxers that. So although they might call you the R word, I think they call me something much worse when I say that about Saka. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
I know what he's talking about.
Exactly what I'm talking about.
But yeah, big up to everyone locked in. I will be on the watch along for Real Madrid after this. They're playing Osasuna. And it'd be interesting to see if Rodrigo's in the team, actually. I don't know if the team news is out. Normally
They do play today. Yeah, it's right. They do play today.
Yeah, they play, hour and 35 minutes from now. Is it in the starting 11? Anyone know? Also, after that, I'm on with Potts. Let's see how long it takes before Regal rage quits. So yeah, because he's been running his mouth on Twitter all summer. So he's going to be put back in his box tonight. But anyway, less of that. Where should we start? Eze signing for Spurs or Arsenal Man United?
Well, we tried to, we sat on the panel last week, JB Kenny. We tried to warn him. We told him, we said Eze is not coming to this football club. And we were called all kind of foolishness. Oh, yeah. All this and that there. All this, and we sat there for an hour and a half trying to convince Dean that the man was not coming. Well, what do you know? What do you know? An agreement has to be reached with who? Spurs, where we said he was going last week. We're not crazy. We are not crazy. We just see it for what it is. The guy's 27 years old. World Cup is next summer. He's looking for playing time. He's looking for Champions League football. Is he truly going to usurp Martin Odegaard? No way. Is he going to the left wing? No way. We've got a left winger. We paid 50+ million for him. He's here. The madman on the left hand. That's where he's right out there, and that's where he's going to be at. So now the top gooners are running around saying, "Oh, yeah, we're going to go get Rodrigo." If we couldn't get Eze over the line, what make you think we can get Rodrigo over the line? I rest my case.
Oh man,
This club's just a joke, isn't it?
man.
It's actually mad. When you actually look at like this transfer window, it's been a shit show. We haven't got rid of any of the crap. Yeah, we had Max Dowman, our best player in pre-season, sat in the stand. Well, sat in the reserves after we took him all the way out to Manchester. Yeah, Zinchenko's written a book and he's crying his eyes out, and nobody wants to buy him. We've literally signed a striker that we ain't bothered to feed. Yeah, and then then when we watch the game, our goalkeeper's man of the match again, and a defender scores off a corner.
It's the way we started last year. Defender was scoring goals.
It's mad, isn't it? Jez, what did you make of it?
Mate, it's the same old, isn't it, really? We walk away with, a result, but it wasn't pretty, was it? It wasn't great. And I'm a realist. Yeah. All these people out there shouting and jumping up and down. Oh, we're going to go up there and kick the crap out of Man U, and we're going to win 4-5-0. Righto, don't know what you're smoking, but hey, it must be good shit, because at the end of the day, that was never going to happen in a million years, and it never has happened. So I'll take the dirty 3 points, to be honest with you. I'll take it, walk on, move on. I said it would be a dirty win, if at all we did win. I actually predicted a 2-2 draw. That didn't happen. It was a very boring game by both sides. And that's Old Trafford for you, mate.
Yeah, facts. DJ, I'll come to Kenny in a minute. But DJ, did you make the trip to Manchester?
Oh, no. I
don't blame you, mate.
I couldn't drag yourself down there, Lee. There's a few things I want to cover. First of all, the transfer window has been no different to the season before, apart from we got a striker. But then that striker's not going to look like a striker, because we haven't got the players to supply him the ammunition to score goals. So we haven't got the creativity, or we haven't got the quality to get the best out of that striker. So we are back to square one. We are no different from last season. And if anybody thinks that Zubimendi is an absolute massive, great big upgrade on what we already had, you're wrong. The fact that we never done our business early with Eze and made him priority, and now the boat has sailed, we're all surprised that he's not coming to Arsenal. Well, there's a reason why he ain't coming to Arsenal. It's because he doesn't want to come, because he sees the bigger picture. He doesn't want to play left wing. He doesn't want to be a squad player. He doesn't want to see the likes of Havertz and Odegaard playing in front of him, because he knows he's better than them. Why is he going to sit on the bench and watch Odegaard run around in circles and make bad decisions in the final third like he did at Old Trafford? Gets in positions, don't know whether to pass it, don't know whether to shoot, don't know whether to take the player on. This is the captain of our football team, and he's in 3 or 4 minds every time he's in a key position on that football pitch. 3 and 4 minds, don't know whether to pass. So why is Eze going to come in a World Cup year to play second fiddle to the likes of them guys? That ain't happening. And as for Old Trafford, why are we surprised? First game of the season, we never play well anyway. Thirdly, I've seen a team that's playing disjointed. I've seen Rice absolutely run off of his feet and looks like he's been playing all season already. Looks absolutely, completely knackered. I see Saka. Can anyone tell me, does he look fully mobile? He doesn't to me. I see him running that last sort of 5 minutes of that game, and even his running style looked all off to me. He just looks out of it.
Ducking out of tackles as well.
No, jumping out of tackles, no creativity. Saliba looked all over the place in the first half, improved a little bit in the second half. And I'll be honest with you, Lee, any decent team, I mean, Man United, they probed, they were the home team. They look better than what they did last season. I think Cunha and Mbeumo's going to give them something different. But any quality team, if we'd have come up against a Man City team, or if we'd have come up against a Liverpool team, we'd have been blown away. No problems at all. We'd have been blown away. No problems at all. Even, I'm going to say it, if we'd have come up against Nottingham Forest, Sunderland, even them teams probably might have got a result, might have taken all 3 points. I'm glad we come away with all 3 points, because when you come away with 3 points from Old Trafford, it's always nice to beat them. If that had been a scrappy, stinky 3 points at the end of the season and we needed 3 points to win the league, I'd bite your hand off. But the fact that it's the first game of the season, you want to make an impression, you want to set the stall out to the other clubs, you want to make a statement to the other teams, and we play like that, they're going to be looking at that and going, are we really scared of Arsenal? Does this team pose any threat to us this season going forward? And it doesn't. It doesn't. And as for our left-hand side, me and Kenny's been banging on about it all season when we've been on streams. Martinelli should have been sold from this football club. Forget the Fabio Vieiras and the Nelsons and all the usual suspects. Martinelli should not be at this football club. Under this manager, his career has nosedived so badly, he's got blood all over his face, honestly. This guy, this Martinelli, under this manager, is going absolutely nowhere. And to save his career, he needs to move on. And Wanyeri, Emil Smith-Rowe. Emil Smith-Rowe all over again. I've said it. It's Emil Smith-Rowe all over again. He's bringing on Marino. Odegaard is still on the pitch. And Wanyeri cannot even get on. What's the point? He's been sold a dream. Oh, you're going to be more central. You're going to have a massive role to play for this football club. Sign here. Sign on the dotted line. Just like Emil Smith-Rowe was sold a dream, Ethan Wanyeri's been sold the same dream. And he's going to end up on loan somewhere. So, for me, Lee, and the panel, we're back to square one where we were last season. I can't see a lot of difference. Yeah, that's where I am with it, Lee. I wish I could be positive and excited, but I'm not, brother. I'm really not. Sorry, man.
I think you're being extremely negative. How dare you? It's only game day one. Yeah, you've had 3 months to sort your head out, get back in the room. Yeah, and if you can't see what Super Duper Mick's doing, mate, you can F off down the lane and watch Eze.
Yeah.
A few people in my chat are saying that Eze ain't going to Spurs. Oh, trust me, he's going to Spurs, mate. Yeah, it's all but done.
He ain't going to Arsenal. If he ain't going to Spurs, he's going to Tesco's. He ain't going to Arsenal.
Yeah, that deal's all but done. Fabrizio tweeted it earlier. It's all but done. Yeah, which means it's done. Yeah, I've just seen as well, Douglas Luiz is going to Nottingham Forest. That's a midfielder we could have got. That's a midfielder we were looking at last year. But never mind. Big up to Luke as well for the super chat. Sancho to Arsenal, deadline day. We will be there. He keeps rejecting every fucking club he gets offered to. He's like, no, I don't want to go Fenerbahce. No, I don't want to go this club. No, I don't want to go there. So yeah, maybe he is waiting for us. Maybe he'll go Spurs.
We've got the deadline day disaster, haven't we, Lee? That loan signing, you know, the one that comes out of the woodwork.
Yeah,
Kim Castroms of the world.
Yeah, the Mikel Arteta on deadline day deal.
Yeah. Antonio from West Ham or something.
Yeah, Kenny, what do you make of all of this, mate? You got to endure this next week against Leeds.
Well, yeah, I'm going to Leeds game, but first and foremost, you know, I think all summer I've sounded like the bloke who basically is the sort of person that go up to a kid and tell him that Father Christmas doesn't exist. Or much worse, I go up to the kid and say, you know what? You know that time when your tooth came out and you thought the tooth fairy left you that fiver? It was actually me. And I've just ruined people's lives. I'm going to ruin a few people's lives with the essay facts. I've been privy to a few discussions with some of my Tottenham friends, Chris Carlin, he's going to kill me for leaking this, but he was a guest at the North London Derby in April the 28th, 2024. So Spurs have been working on still for about a good year and a half, trying to get him in, and they were. So it was a case where I was slipping it in, podcasts that you all guys were on, Dan's podcast. I'm shocked. I kept on saying, I'm shocked he's not going to Spurs. And I kept on saying it, and then all of a sudden Arsenal came at the 11th hour. I thought, well, maybe Arsenal do want him. And then reality kicked in. There's two words that will block that deal. For footballing reasons, one's called Mikel, one's called Arteta. He's got Odegaard, who he's not going to drop, and he's got other players that he's trying to big up. He's giving Ethan a new contract, and he's trying to bring on Max Dalman. But from Arsenal's point of view as well, they have to. They say that their PSR is not an issue, but they're saying that they're very, very close to European FFP. Hence the fact that Eze's, at the moment is a non-starter. We've got to sell to buy, but all of a sudden, a player that they realise they wanted, because he's now going to Spurs. No, we don't want him. We're now looking at a winger. No, I don't want him. Yeah, we had talks, but no, I don't want him. Don't need him. We've got Martin Odegaard. Yeah, we wingers as well. Well, he's not really a winger. Oh yeah, who knew? We'd be saying that all summer, But that's the whole situation. And I'm going to break a few people's hearts regarding the match. The match was an eyesore from start to finish. Let's just talk about I'm not going to be all day, but we could talk about the fact that we were second to every ball, the fact that our crossfield passes were intercepted, the fact that our left backs are out of position, the fact that Benjamin White proved to me why Timber's the first choice right back, and the fact that Martinelli's just a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Let's just stop this, like I said, fairy tale. The fairy tale's been fed by certain people that Martinelli's elite and that, this is Martinelli slander. It's not good enough. Let's end this now. Trossard's another one who's just nicking a wage. He didn't even come on the bench. That says a lot. And then you've got to talk about Martin Odegaard. Yeah, he was a bit sharp in the first half. Second half, the Martin Odegaard we know, and we absolutely cane it week in, week out. And then Bukayo Saka, our talisman, the player who should be the player that's going to shoot us this title. It's not Gyökeres. I'm going to kill a few dreams here as well. I'm going to be the killer of Father Christmas. If you think Gyökeres is the man that's going to shoot us to that title, you're deluded. Our main man is Bukayo Saka. We need him to deliver, not Gyökeres. Gyökeres is just the icing on the cake. Bukayo Saka is a player, in my opinion, that I think if he can have the season of his life, then we may be in business. I've got a final nail in a coffin. This is another one where I'm going to be the Scrooge or the Wicked Witch of the West, even though I'm a man. I think so far Arsenal will never get to the heights of 23-24 season. I think that's the best we've been under Mikel Arteta. I don't think we're going to get any better than that. I hope I'm proved wrong this season. From what I saw last season and, coming into the off-season, pre-season, and what I saw Sunday, I'm getting confused now. What I saw on Sunday shows we're in for a long, hard season because we've brought our pre-season mistakes into Old Trafford. We brought our last season mistakes into pre-season. Domino effect into Old Trafford. No Arsenal fan is stupid. No Arsenal fan was looking at that game and thinking, you know what, we've got to start to celebrate. Every Arsenal fan, regardless of how you feel about the manager, was aghast at that performance. We were aghast at the way we were second to every ball, and then we're aghast at mistakes. And as for our two centre-halves, one word of warning. I've got two words for you, two names for you if you're going to carry on doing that. Des Walker and Sol Campbell. They did what you guys did at Old Trafford, and it ended in tears. You think you're going to think your pace is going to get you out of trouble and your position is going to get you out of trouble, you're going to get burnt. You need to cut that shit out, especially you, Saliba, mate. Everyone's telling me you're elite. Stop listening to the noise, stop listening to the sycophants, and concentrate your game. Gabriel, you're more experienced, you should know better. Because against Liverpool, if we play like that, we're getting mullered. Absolutely mullered.
Yeah, well said, mate. Well said. And yeah, it's not looking good, is it? And then you're spot on what you said about Saka. You know, if Saka's our best player, then turn up and be our best player this season. Yeah, if Odegaard's one of the best creative midfielders in the world, that's what I keep hearing. Oh, he's unbelievable. Even rival fans say, oh, he's a great player. Cool, we'll turn up and have a great season then. Yeah, because he looked all right for the first half. Second half, he faded. Yeah, but he was our best midfielder because the other two were dog shit. Yeah, and everything I sat here and said about Zubimendi happened in that game, by the way. Matty, how many times do we sit here on shows saying, yo, Zubimendi, when he gets the ball and facing his own net, he folds. He gets pressed. Yeah, and when he's under pressure, yeah, he folds. He's a good player, but why was he at centre-back? He was playing centre-back for fucking half of that game.
Why was Sleeve running through the midfield?
It was all over the place. Ben White out of position, Calafiori out of position, 140-yard pass, and they were in every time.
It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. I mean, it just all looked disjointed. The whole... I don't even know what he was trying to do. I could not tell you now, with my hand on my heart, what system he was trying to play. It just looked all disjointed. You know, and we was all getting gassed up about Gyökeres coming to the club and he's going to score. I mean, you got Top Gooners saying 30-odd goals he's going to score, this guy. 25, 30 goals, 40, you know, all these goals in all comps. If we play like this and we're going down this road of playing like this, then he ain't scoring. He ain't scoring. He's just about struggling to score 15 goals.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a nightmare because he's not getting anything from the left. And if you see him, he's just running into the channels. And there was I think he made a couple of runs there when Odegaard had the ball. And he made a couple of runs and I'm going, go on, play him in. And he held on to it and he checked back. And I think he looked for Saka. Straight away he looked for Saka.
There's one where he tried to scoop the ball over to Saka. It was offside.
Yeah, that's it. That was the one.
He did it against Bilbao as well. Against Bilbao when it was 0-0. Gyökeres made a run off the centre-backs. Yeah, I've actually got the picture of it. Who was the centre? I think he was in between two centre-backs. Yeah, there we go. Oh, you ain't going to see it because I've got the fucking green screen on. Right, but basically, Odegaard's literally in line with the top of the centre circle in their half. Yeah, Gyökeres is in between the two centre-backs. Yeah, he's on his bike. They're all ball watching. He's onside because the fullback's keeping him on, the right back. Yeah, Odegaard can pass it just straight forward. Just pass it straight forward between the left back and the left centre back. Instead, he don't. It's like, mate, if that's Ozil, that's in the back of the net. Yeah, if that's Fabregas or any half decent fucking midfielder, that ball would have been clean through first time. You don't need another touch. He did it so many times. Yeah, there was one where in the first half where we had a breakaway. Yeah, Martinelli and Saka's runs were a bit awful, but at the same time, the pass was still overhit. There was another one in the second half. Yeah, we're breaking away, and then he played the overhit pass out towards the corner flag. Yeah, and Gyökeres had to go that way and then cross the ball in. And it's like, mate, what are you actually doing? Like, I don't know what it is. Like, how are we going to fix that? Because he ain't going to change. That player's fixed in his ways. He ain't changing. He ain't just suddenly going to turn into a prime fucking Ozil or a prime Cesc or someone, is he? Sorry, Kenny. Yeah, but he ain't going to turn into a player like that or a De Bruyne or someone overnight, is he? Yeah, so we're going to have a creativity problem because Declan don't create, yeah, unless it's a corner. Yeah, Saka, yeah, every now and again he'll put a cross into the box and we'll get a goal out of it. Yeah, and then he scores the goals. Gyökeres might be able to create a few things on his own. Yeah, but other than that, what have we got? Yeah, we've been saying this since last year and the year before. We ain't got no creativity in this team. Yeah, Madueke when he came on was fucking dog shit. That guy couldn't trap a ball. Yeah, he was getting cooked every time they had the ball as well. And it's like we're in big problems this season. Unless we go and get a creative midfielder and drop this captain, we're fucked. Yeah, because we'll scam goals. We'll scam goals off corners like we did the other day. Yeah, Saka will get his 5, 10, 15 goals over the course of a season. Well, in fact, he got 6 last year in the league, but he was injured. But let's assume he gets 10, 15 goals. Yeah, 29 will get about 5 or 6. Yeah, nowhere near enough goals in this team. Nowhere near enough creativity in this team. I think we're fucked. I think we're in the top 4 race again.
There is no pattern of play, Lee, and that's been proven now for over getting on for nearly 2 seasons. As Kenny quite rightly said, 23, 24, we were doing okay. We played some nice football, let's be fair. Not always, but at times we played some beautiful football. The problem is, I think these players are so, what's the word? They're being held back. Now, my belief is always in football, just let the player have the creativity. If you're that good, right, that you can be a professional and you're in the top 1%, right, you've to be that good, you know, a top flight, you've got to be in the top 1%. This manager, okay, he seems to stifle the way we play. There is no pattern of play. I DJ, you said it. I couldn't work out what system we were playing on Sunday.
No.
It seemed to be constantly changing. It was a 4-3-3, and then it was a 4-3-2-1, and then it's like I'm thinking, what are we doing here? Right, I don't mind a manager changing tactics because I think Arteta should change tactics a lot more.
Mm.
But that wasn't him changing tactics. That was confusion of what they had to do.
Mm.
And when you've got a captain of the level we have, and let's put it right, he's a poor captain. And I said it last year, and I'll say it again. Take the captaincy off him, and I think he would be a better player. I don't think he can handle the pressure.
Mm.
To me, he just cannot handle it. So I would say, as well, players that are far better at football and knowledgeable about football than I ever will be, you know, bin him as captain, give it to Rice, but we heard all the bullshit, didn't we? Right? All the players all voted for him. Right? I don't believe that for one sodding minute. I do not believe that. It's a given that Odegaard will have the captaincy. And it is just the fact, and I'll say this again, Matty, right? We're the first game of the season. We've got players that look out of kilter to me. Saka don't look fit. Jumping out of tackles. Doesn't want to get injured, quite rightly. I understand that. But you can't have players in this level of football jumping out of tackles.
No.
You've got to stick your foot in, right? And I know people are saying it's you know, World Cup next year. I understand. But if we've got to the level of football, right, in the Premier League, that because it's the World Cup year coming up and they want to be in the England team or their international teams and they're pulling out of tackles, what's that say to you? Oh, I'm more interested in playing for my international team than I'm actually playing for Arsenal. I can't accept that. Now, Matty, this time last year, what do we say? We're 2 or 3 injuries away from capitulation. And I'll tell you right now, it's going to be the same again. Exactly the same again. If Rice gets injured, Saka gets injured again, right, we're in shit. Because to the point, sitting here, I'm honestly racking my brains to think who's our most creative player or our 2 most creative players. Well, I've got to say Rice and I've got to say Saka.
And Rice is only because he takes corners.
Yeah. He's a good.
Free kicks.
Yeah, free kicks. That's about it.
Let's be honest. When you look at the squad we've got for creativity, we ain't got a lot. There is not a lot there, is there?
Nope.
And very good young player. How much match time are you going to get? I don't know. I'm worried about that one. Right, Max Dowman. Great one for the future. How much game time is he going to get? Probably not a lot. But the fact is, we have a manager, coach. I don't think he's a coach. I can't call him a coach. I call him more of a bus.
He's a thief. That's what he is.
He's a bloody liar. And the bullshit he comes out with, sorry, he ain't going to do nothing at his club. And it's going to be, as Kenny just said, it's going to be a long, long, hard season. And if it's all going tits up by Christmas, we're sitting 6th or 7th. Well, I wouldn't be at all surprised. He's got to go, man. That's it. Out you go. See you later. Give Kenny the job.
I agree with that. Hey, I'm all for that.
No, I don't think so, man. Because I'll have to make some genuine decisions. I don't think I'll get on with Berta. Mind you, Berta, me and Berta are probably on the same page. But you're 100% right about where it's going to go. Because the other day, the irony of this whole debate and how it started. Not one of us have mentioned Victor Gyökeres. That shows how anonymous he was on Sunday at Old Trafford. And early, it's only one game. Leeds game is going to be like the biggest test of all. It's going to be the biggest magnifying glass because we got a striker who the manager clearly didn't want. You saw what he did at the end of the game at Old Trafford when he went and put his arm around Šeško, had a conversation with him, no doubt saying, "Mate, I'm really sorry it didn't work out. I really wanted you. I'm just sad that we didn't pay the money for you because you could have been starting for me instead of that guy." Of course, that conversation didn't go that way, but clearly, Šeško is the manager's sort of first choice. So we're going to find out, on Saturday when the onus is going to be on us to be on the front foot. The onus is on us to be, in the attack. How we're going to, get the best out of our number 9? Because at the end of the day, each game as it comes, he's going to get fitter and fitter and fitter. He's clearly going to start against Leeds, who won yesterday. So my big question is, are we going to play to his strengths? Are we going to meet him halfway? Because what it looks like to me on Sunday is that he had to fit in with us. But we spent 70 million on him to be that missing link. So I have those sort of chances. When the pass was made, Odegaard was either looking for Saka or Martinelli. It's like they wanted to. The only way they wanted to feed him is to get down a flanks and put crosses in, whilst he was in good positions where he was on the shoulder. Once when he did get the ball, it was like he was taking him away from goal. So that's something we've got to work on. That's something we've got to find out because, believe it or not, and it's only one game, it seemed that when Kai Havertz came on, the relationship between like the attackers was a lot better. Kai Havertz knew his job. He held the ball up. He was that kind of outlet, and you felt that the players were more comfortable playing with him. That's got to change because we don't want to be in a situation where Gyökeres, struggles in his team, and the manager's inevitably going to say, "You know what? You go on the bench, learn how we play, and play Kai Havertz." That's my biggest fear, and that's one of the reasons why I get annoyed with managers. If you really, really wanted that player that badly, you should have pushed and pushed and pushed to get the player you want. Because my biggest fear is that, and I'm not the only one saying this. If we don't play to this guy's strengths, Gyökeres, and break the mould, then we're setting him up to fail.
Good point.
Then we go to these super chats. Bit of an overreaction. That's not obviously a super chat, but I'll get the super chats. After one game, chaps, the game we won, by the way. Yeah, cool. Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, we've seen this story how many times? It's not just one game. It's the last 2 seasons.
3 seasons?
Yeah. It's 3 seasons. In fact, it's since this manager's been here. Yeah, we've won. Well, okay, so I'll give you an example, yeah? Because I've seen this one a lot, right? People sit there and say, "Oh, but we got the 3 points. That's all that matters." Cool. Well, what did the 3 points against Man United at home give us last season? Then, what did the 3 points against Man City give us last season when we slapped them 5-1? What did the 5-1 against Real Madrid do in the quarter-final? Fuck all. So it's not about just getting a win, which ties me in perfectly to this super chat, by the way. Big up to you, my guy. Big up to you, Per Hansen. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If 3 points is all that matters after 80% of our games, then it clearly isn't all that matters. Because we win most of our games.
Yeah, it's both points. Both points are pertinent points. But I think the first, from Rumble, what Rumble doesn't seem to realise is that we're only going by experience. And let's not forget, the players weren't happy with that performance either. Remember, Mikel Arteta spoke to the media and he said, It's the first time I've gone to the dressing room and everyone's angry after a win like that. So they know they played badly. The people who are behind Mikel knows it wasn't great.
Yeah, but Kenny, it's serial bullshit. The same guy sat in the press conference and said we've amassed the most points in the last 3 years.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. But what is, Lee, is that we've seen this script before. We knew from the first game last season at Wolves at home that it wasn't going to be a good season, and that was before the injuries, that was before the suspensions, that was before VAR. We just weren't at it, And even when we played Nottingham Forest 2 seasons ago, where we won 2-1, it was a bit scrappy. At least you had the sort of inkling that it was not going to be that bad. But last season was reminiscent of it's going to be a long season. We knew even then that we weren't at it. Well, we've seen what happened last season. We've seen all the mistakes that we made last season, especially against the low block. We saw pre-season was a mess. Tottenham game was a mess. Newcastle game was a mess. And Villarreal was a joke. And I think that Bilbao was a false dawn. So when the guy says it's overreaction, let's not forget that our competitors laid down a marker. Man City laid down a marker at Molineux. Liverpool, despite the fact that they gave Bournemouth 2 goals and they were defensively all over the place, they were able to use, Salah, Chiesa coming off the bench, and even though it looked like they made heavy weather of it, they acted like champions. They won 4-2 in a game they weren't that great in. Whatever you say about defence, you can't criticise their attack. And this is an attack, God bless his soul, that is without Jota. Can you imagine if they get Isak? So the Man United game was about laying down a marker, making a statement, and we didn't do that, and that's why fans are concerned. So it's not an overreaction, because we've been down this road last season where we played pretty poorly against Wolves, and look how that, and that was kind of the foundations for the crap we saw last season. So we don't want to get to that.
Listen, I've got right here. I keep this list on standby.
Bear with me 1 second, mate. Sorry, let me just grab these super chats here. If humans and scientists wanted to get the most statistics of anything in the world after one day or one task, Arsenal fans are the best to collect from. Prediction from the Leeds game. We'll get to that in a sec, mate. Big up to Nafi, man. Big up to you, brother. Appreciate it, man. And I think I missed another one. I can't go back any further. Where is it? Ahmed says AFTV are going to say, "Oh, we didn't get Eze. We didn't want Eze in the first place." Yeah, they're already trying to spin that narrative on Twitter, mate. Yeah, so yeah, this is what they do. Oh yeah, well, he's a good player, but nothing to do with the fact we spent 52 million on Madueke when we should have gone and got him first. And then if you want Madueke, go and get Madueke. But it's what it is. Bless up to you, bro. And have I missed anything else? I don't want to miss anything. Let me quickly check. Sorry, guys. Right, smash these likes up as well. Big up Ludog in the chat. Big up. Yeah, 3 points only matter when it's mid-March. Exactly. Yeah, one of the guys said it earlier. If that was a game right at the end of the season, we couldn't give a fuck. It was you, DJ. It was you.
Yeah,
if that was right at the end of the season, cool. That's the opening game. You're supposed to set a marker down.
Set the example.
Trust Arteta, says Mr. Ranch. Yeah, you guys won the Emirates Cup. Get out of here, man. Go on, mate. Sorry, mate. Big up DA for that super chat as well earlier, mate.
I have the list on standby. The Arsenal fan copium checklist. Arsenal early season optimism. We're already at we've passed number 1. Relax is on the preseason. Preseason matches are meant for experimentation and getting players fit. The real test starts when the league kicks off. We're on number 2 as of today. Relax. It's only the first game of the season. A single match doesn't define a season. Yeah. There are plenty of opportunities to turn things around. And then we're vastly on our way to number 3, which is relax. This is only the 10th game of the season, with many games still to play, to climb the table and improve. We'll be quick at the rate we're going. We'll probably be at mid-season adjustments. This is the title isn't one in December. By that time, they'll be frustrated with Gyökeres. They'll go, Arteta wanted Sesko, but he bought Gyökeres. And then they'll default into, let's see what happens in the January transfer window. We'll get January transfer dailies all over the place. Yeah. And then we'll end up with some striker from Slovakia. That's how it'll work out. This is the same thing we've seen. Lee, I sent you over the breakdown, the sequence there of the game. That is the same thing we saw in preseason.
Yep.
People are going on about, this is just on the 3-point. This is just on the first game. This is about the 5th game we've seen this team play like this in the last 2 months. Nothing's changed. And then he's added a new formation into it. And Jez was saying earlier, it was like everything was changing. You remember the manager said he has about 50 formations they employed during the game last year. Last year he said that. The year before last. He said, we have 50 different things we can do. Well, it looked like you were trying 50 different things all at the same time in that game on Sunday. I'm going to tell you something. I went back and watched the Leeds game this afternoon. They're hit or miss going forward. But I'm here to tell you, turn the ball over 1 or 2 times against them.
Oh, yeah, they'll be in. Yeah, they're quick on the counter.
Turn it over 1 or 2 times against them and keep giving them the chances that we gave United.
Yep.
I'm telling y'all, this season we look exactly Lee, Jez, JB, especially Kenny, Lee, and Jez. We sat there for the first 6 games and we kept telling everybody we are winging it. It is not looking good. And I'm telling you, my eyes do not deceive me. I'm looking at the same exact thing that I saw last season. Carbon copy, JB. Carbon copy. I'm seeing the same errors. They're cutting through midfield. 1 ball over the top. Hey, two passes, Lee. 1-2. In on goal.
And this is from a midfield with Casemiro and Mason Mount in it.
Yeah.
Mate, well, Mason Mount was fucking up front. False 9.
Yeah.
Dropping back in.
Mason Mount.
Mason Mount. Casemiro. Yeah. Most Arsenal fans wanted out. Man United fans wanted out last season. Yeah, and Bruno. Yeah, then they brought Ugarte on.
We're not up against Reinders yet, and
Rodri.
like this.
TK. And we hadn't even got to the Champions League next month. Wait until we get to the Champions League.
Yeah, the draw's at the end of this month.
Yeah.
If you wanna see an improvement on a squad, and you want to see what a proper signing looks like, compare Reinders' performance to Zubimendi's.
Yep.
JB.
And tell me if we've upgraded.
Check this out here. There's another issue, Kenny. I mentioned this to you yesterday. We've got an issue here at left back. Well, what is the issue?
Said it all the time. Skelly's not a left back.
Calafiore is getting yellow cards again. Skelly comes on within 10 minutes. He's got a yellow card. We're going to have red cards this year. I'm looking at this already right now, saying that this is a disciplinary. We've got disciplinary problems right here already.
You know what it is, Matty, regarding our left backs. Calafiore, it takes care of himself. Is that he was all right going forward. He does his bit of set pieces, but the biggest concern is for Miles Lewis-Skelly, because I think the second season the opposition will know a lot about him. Obviously, you talked about the fact that he gives away a lot of free kicks. His position is not the greatest thing. I think that what the opposition are doing, they're going to target him when he goes in the half turn. When he goes in the half turn, when he gets the ball in a sort of towards his goal and tries to turn and create an attack, we're going to get done there, mate. Because opposition players are watching him, the coaches are watching him, and referees as well. They're watching him as well, because the little things he was like as 50-50s. Well, he should have heeded his warning at Wolves, because don't get me wrong, public opinion overturned that red card. Because I'll tell you one thing, Oliver was determined to go along with it. He was not budging, but pressure from public opinion, where everyone got involved, rightly so, saved his bacon. But did he learn his lesson? No, he didn't. Because a few weeks later against West Ham, the referee was in no doubt about, sending him off. And that's the situation regarding that. That's why we are concerned. Let's say, it's only one game. Of course we won a game. Of course we're ecstatic we won. We're all cheering and everything. But what we're looking at is performances. What we're looking at is improvements, in performances. And most important, we're looking at a way where we can find a way to create chances, break down teams who get behind the ball and do a low block. And most importantly, look at a way where we could get the best out of our attacking players. Because let's face it, it was a dab squib last season. Injuries are not. Our front three was one of the reasons why we drew a lot of games. Our front three is one of the reasons why we didn't basically like touch the sides against Liverpool. We basically didn't play above them. Our front three weren't great. So the front three's got to be better. But then the midfield behind them, i.e. Odegaard's got to be better. We're not getting Eze because he's our talisman and he's our creative midfielder. So he has to have a good season. He has to justify the fact that we didn't need Eze. And then when Yeri comes in, he needs to kick the door in and basically pick the lock like his mate did last season, at MLS, because that's what we're going to need. Because be prepared for the last minute on the 1st of September for no one to come in. Be prepared. You'll see, you might see your outgoing, you might see a couple of outgoings. But if you think you're going to see additions, be prepared because this is our squad. So they're going to have to step up. And they got to contend with the fact that Liverpool are the favourites and Man City second favourites. But you know what I say? And there's children watching. I say, what? You know what I mean? I repeat. Doesn't mean, you know what I mean? Who cares? You haven't won anything for 6 or 7 years. Deliver trophies.
Well, I tell you what, breaking news.
Yeah, I was just about to get that. Go on, matey.
Leandro Trossard has agreed a new deal at Arsenal.
Oh, come on, man.
The 30-year-old will have salary increased to reflect a valued role in the squad.
Come on.
The deal is not extended. It's the same length of deal that will run to 27, just on better terms.
Oh.
So he's got a pay rise for doing nothing.
So there we go,
Sums up
guys.
the club,
This is
doesn't it?
what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
We ain't getting another left winger. Madwake's the left winger. I told you all.
There is no players coming to this team. We was on the panel last week and we were saying that when Madwake signed on the dotted line, that put pay to Rodrigo, Eze and everyone else. And now we've got Trossard signing a new deal at Arsenal with extra wages and the pain is just going to carry on.
Guys,
you know what this tells me? You know what this tells me? That they did not want to sell him. Because if they wanted to sell him, they could have moved him this summer. They could have moved him.
Ridiculous. The guy's a dibbly-dobbly.
Yeah.
Dibbly-dobbly.
He's not
a top player. He's a dibbly-dobbly.
He's a good player, Kenny, yeah?
He's a dibbly-dobbly. He's
not a starter, is he?
You know how we used to describe New Zealand's not all-rounders in the 1992 World Cup? They weren't a Capel Dev. They weren't a Ian Botham. They weren't an Imran Khan. They're dibbly-dobblies. He's a dibbly-dobbly.
Yep.
He's an off-the-bench player as well, though, isn't he? So this is what I'm saying. See, the problem is, right, just earlier in the chat, getting overreacting over one game. The problem is this is not just one game. This is on the back end of last season. We can count on one hand good performances of this team on one end. The rest was an absolute shambles. And we've been told that this is an 8 out of 10 window. We've got players with Premier League proven experience, Norgard and the likes. We've got our striker now. This has been fantastic summer window. And it looks worse.
We hadn't even seen Norgard yet. We hadn't even got to Norgard yet.
It's worse.
If Declan Rice gets injured, we've got Norgard or Marino in midfield.
Yeah, there you go.
I've got Ben White, long throw-ins, Stoke City settings, long throw-ins. To who?
Oh, I think he's injured again now.
To who?
He went off
and we're talking about the left back. We've got a right back that's injured in Timber, and we've got another right back that is not good enough long term. That's fallen out of form. That's also carrying an injury. So we've got two fullbacks at this. We've got right back and left back that's going to be completely exposed.
Yep.
I've said all along that Skelly's not a left back. He's been brainwashed into a left back. The only reason why he's left back is because he was there by default.
No,
And
they,
then he got,
because we had so many players out injured.
yeah,
he got.
and then he got.
what did the manager say? What did the manager say? The manager said the only way into the first team is through left back.
Yeah. So let's get it right. Let's get it right. Okay, let's get it right. We have signed a centre half in Calafiori that we're playing at left back. We then put Zinchenko left back that now can't even get a game. We've now got Skelly as a left back that's not a left back, but we've been Kieran Tierney, who was a natural left back, and now we've given Trossard an extended contract.
We've got Ben White at right back, who's a centre back. We've got Timber at right back, who's a centre back.
Why didn't we give Tierney an extended
Declan Rice
contract?
in when he's a
Thank you, JB. Say it again, JB. Say it again.
Why didn't we give Kieran Tierney an extended contract and bin Trossard?
Oh, because he's injured, apparently.
He didn't like him. Fact. Look, come on. Look, let's be honest, DJ. You're perfectly 100% right here. But the problem is, this comes down to the narrative and the crux of the problem, right? Arteta did not like Kieran Tierney. Okay, and this is what
Arteta... winner, Jez.
Sorry?
Because he's a winner.
Well, exactly.
He wants people... So, go on, land your point, Jez. Sorry, mate. Go on.
Look, this is the whole... This has been going on now for 6 years under this manager, right? If he don't like a player, he'll force them out. He'll just pop them into isolation. He's done it with Aubameyang and other players. This is his narcissistic way, right? And you know what will happen here, right? I predict you right now, right? The same thing will happen with Gyökeres. At some point, because Gyökeres has got an attitude, which I like all that, right? I like players who've got issues because that means they're actually competitors and they want to win. The same thing will happen with Gyökeres. Arteta and him will have a fallout. He will be gradually pushed out the club. And this is our manager. He's not going to change anytime soon. Right? So the only thing that can change is get him out of the club. But will that happen anytime soon? No. Nope. But the fact remains, this is the problem we have got, gentlemen. There is always, look, in anything in life, any problem, there's always what I call the bullseye. There's always somebody or something that's causing the issue, and it is our manager. Fact. And until he's gone, nothing ain't going to change. I'll tell you that right now.
No. People don't believe that, Jazz. People do not want to believe that. I keep telling people this manager is the sole, outside of these ownership, this manager is the sole biggest problem at this football club. There's no change in philosophy. There's no change in mentality. This team is go along to get along. That's where we are. When you got the captain of the football club coming out on the eve of a game talking about second place is not failure. The captain of the football club, ladies and gentlemen.
I did a whole stream about that, Matty. Friday night, late. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. Something
he is so lucky. Jazz, they are so lucky I was out of town Friday that I couldn't get to my computer and do a 4-hour stream on that, because that in itself, you've got another player that comes from a club in the middle, they're in the eve of a World Cup final. He's signing the damn contract to go to another club instead of staying there to say he wants to be a part of that game to win a trophy. This shows the mentality of these players.
Yep.
We're doomed. We are doomed. This is DEFCON 5. We're done.
Yep.
This season is over. Before it even started. I know people are going to say, oh, man, there he is being negative again. The facts are the facts, and the truth is the truth. This team is not set up for success this season. This manager has not turned from his wicked ways. We got the captain who is signing directly like the manager. When you read that transcript, it reads every single thing that Arteta says. We have the taste for it.
I can feel it. Fire in the belly.
Fire in the belly. This is cult stuff. This is This is where we at with this now. This is where we at.
Matty, it's not being negative. Right? It's not being negative. It's being realistic.
Based off of what we've witnessed over a fuck ton of years.
Well, thing is, Lee, a lot of people confuse the fact, oh, you're negative, you're negative, you're negative. No, it's being realistic. We've been here, seen it so many bloody times. Right, case in point here, I said this to Lee last night, backstage. Our manager said if you keep digging, you'll find gold. Right? True? Yeah? What did we dig on Sunday, sorry? We dug up some bloody brass tacks. That's a big fucking difference, man. Fact. Because that is all we're going to get, gentlemen, is brass tacks. We ain't digging no gold. That is for certain. Now, that is, people are going to say, oh, you're being negative, No, I'm being realistic. I've seen it so many times, right? With this manager, and I've seen it with a few others in the past, but that's by the by. This manager ain't going to achieve F all. I know, I've seen it. Nothing's going to change, guys. Nothing is going to change at all. It's going to be the same shit show that Kenny, DJB are going to watch at home each week, right? Same boring, right? Yeah, we'll nick a few results against maybe a big team here and there. Ain't going to take us to greatness, right? The only thing that takes you to greatness is when you've got great players.
How have we ended up with fucking Madwakey, Trossard and Martinelli as our three wingers? And Saka.
Exactly. That left side.
We went from the right side to the left side.
Yeah, but the right side's equally as fuck because Saka don't look like he wants to be on the pitch. Yeah, Ben White's fucking useless. Yeah, and Timber's going to have another breakdown this season. Yeah, we're fucked.
And then you look at the central. And then you got Norgard.
Norgard and Marino. If Declan Rice gets injured, we're dusted.
Captain of Brentford. Their manager goes to Tottenham and don't even consider taking his captain from Brentford.
This team looks like a 1987 conversion van.
Yeah.
Let me grab these super chats real quick, Kenny. Sorry, mate. I'm going to go off the screen.
It's definitely a case in point because you look at the situations. Everyone sort of talks about the striker situation that we need to improve in striker, but I'm just astonished that the majority of Arsenal fans can't see the problem down the left-hand side.
They can. They've all been crying for Martinelli to go all summer, Kenny. Yeah, they don't want Trossard. They didn't want Madwakey. They know there's a problem there. But then once Madwakey turns up, it's, we've got to back him now. He's got the shirt on. Fuck off.
And that's very commendable from the fans. But the fact is that the same issues we had is that, let's not forget, if you look at the most of Man United's attacks were down our left-hand side. Now, they ran out of legs. And if they were fully fit or they had, if Sesko started, who knows what could have happened? We just don't know. But we got away with it. The fact is that against Liverpool, it's not going to work like that. Leeds were playing a low block. They probably fluke something, try and come for a point. And then Newcastle, even without Isak, they're going to love it down there.
Forest
as well. They're going to be up. But Man City is a different case. Don't get me wrong. We all know we're going to raise that game against Man City. It's Man City. And, Pep, once, he's going to play against Arteta. Arteta was going to want to show Pep and say, look, this is what I've learned. I'm not that guy again. I want to beat you. And I respect that. But the fact is that I don't see any way we've solved our creativity problem. I don't see how in any way, we're going to get the best out of enquiries. Especially if teams, play with a left block. Don't get me wrong, if teams are stupid enough to, give us space and try and come at us and leave gaps, Chris will have a field day. He'll have a field day. He'll love it.
Kenny.
Let me just grab these two super chats. Big up Lauren for the super chat. Rodrigo was never coming. Yeah, whatever dickhead made that story up, is a dickhead. Simple as that. No, he's probably going to sign a new contract at Madrid. Yeah, and if not, he might go Bayern or Liverpool. Who knows?
He said he don't want to leave Spain.
There you go then. Yeah, whoever made that story up in the first place. What idiot sat there and said, I know, I'm going to make out that Rodrigo is going to come to Arsenal. Yeah, and then it went fucking everywhere. Like, what? Why would you want to leave Real Madrid to join Arsenal? Make
Still
that make any fucking sense? Yeah, make that make sense. Big up Anthony Lafleur. You guys laying out the concerns because you guys care about the standards of your club. But parts of your fan base I've seen continuously defend Arteta and ownership to death. That's because they're just brainwashed, mate. It's a cult. Yeah, it's a sect. It's a cult. It's a joke, bruv. Yeah,
I'll tell you one thing, though, guys. Obviously, messages are coming on all our devices, especially mine. The anger at the thought of, just the anger at the news about Trossard getting an extended contract.
Well, it's not an extension. It's just new terms.
Any they'll defend it.
It's not extension. It's just new. He's got a pay rise on the same deal.
Yeah, but you know. All right, I think I'll rephrase that. They're angry at the fact that he hasn't been sold.
Yeah, but maybe, just maybe. I'll play devil's advocate here. Maybe, because this is how they'll probably spin it. This is how they're going to spin it. Maybe we've put him on more money, so then we can get a higher fee to sell him.
Oh, you what?
That's how they spin it. This is what they come up with. Oh, we gave him an extra 50 grand a week so we could get more money.
We've got 13 days, Lee. We've got 13 days.
What you got to remember now, though. But guys, go on, mate. Sorry, mate.
Real quick, I sent the screenshot of the tweet to Shane. Shane responded, "Is that real?"
Can I just say though, we've got a problem. In all seriousness, now, and I said this when I joined you guys towards the middle of last season. The long-term damage of this football manager is going to be catastrophic, because now we've got another player that has signed an extended contract on another load of wages added to the players already on high wages that we can't move on. People are forgetting we've still got Gabby Jesus on 260 odd grand a week. People are forgetting this.
Yeah, people are also forgetting.
People are forgetting
that Trossard was on 90 grand a week already.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. The reason why we couldn't get players out the door this season to make way for new signings coming in is because we are suffering from the shit show from R2 and Edu's previous windows. And we are suffering long term. This is why. Who is going to buy an out of form Martinelli on 180 grand a week? Who is going to buy Jesus? Who is going to buy? This is Fabio Vieira and the likes of these. The reason why we can't move on players is because pure and simple, it's been mismanaged, bad wages, and now we have another player on high wages that the next manager coming in is not going to be able to shift, and the circle just keeps going round and round and round and round. How you tell me how it makes sense? You got Eze up for grabs, and yet we give Trossard an extended contract and more money.
Right, it's not an extension. It's the same contract. It's just more money.
Same contract. Sorry, and more money. But at the end of the day,
he's already on 90
at the end of the
grand.
day, we haven't moved. What I'm saying is, Lee, we haven't moved him on, and now you've got Gyökeres thinking, "Hang on a minute. Can you imagine him after about 10 games?" Running around like an headless chicken, he's going to be thinking, "What the hell am I got myself into?"
I'm sure the 200 grand a week. I'm sure the 200 grand a week he's on is fucking softening the blow, though.
Oh, definitely will. But the fact is, right, with regarding Gyökeres, is that
I'll big up the South Stand for the raid as well.
You know what's happening? Two players have to deliver for us. You know, they're going to need help. But if Gyökeres,
that's a fine.
Gyökeres, it's gone up fun. Gyökeres and Saka don't start this season. We're French connections. Really are French connections.
Kenny, we've seen it. Kenny, we've seen it time and time again. You don't need to be a top manager to play against Arteta's system. All you do, you take Saka out the game, you rip into Odegaard early doors, You haven't got to worry about the left side. You haven't got to worry about creativity or someone getting the ball from deep like Semenyo did against Liverpool and running at you. You haven't got to worry about that. We haven't got anyone like that. So all you got to do when you line up against Arsenal, take Saka out the game, 2 or 3 on him, stick it into Odegaard early doors, and just play 2 banks of 4 in front of their midfield.
Just defend corners. That's it.
Job done. Job done.
Put 3 men up. Put 3 men up. So when the corners,
and just hit a diagonal.
5 up there.
Just hit a diagonal out to the left back, or hit a diagonal out to the right back. Yeah, or long ball down the middle, and watch Saliba watch it go over his head sometimes as well. Yeah.
See?
Saliba's a top quality defender, and I'm not knocking him, but boy, I've seen him on those long balls sometimes from a goal kick and stuff, and he don't know whether to head it or bring it down under control.
What I told you, Lee.
He's in 2 minds. He's in 2 minds. And that has got to be coached, and he can't be coached because we haven't got a good enough manager to say, just get your head on it. Don't worry about doing anything special. Just get your head on it and clear your lines. And we haven't got that. So it's worrying for me. It's worrying for me.
I was
really worrying.
I just feel deflated.
180 grand away. I bet he's doubled it. How are we shifting them, Lee? How are we shifting them?
He's not going. He's not going in.
We thought Bert was going to be I thought he was going to start bombing players out. I thought this brother was going to come in. I was all excited about it.
Yeah, we got 6 players, and the lads could hear me on another screen. But I obviously muted myself. We got 6 players over 180 grand a week. Trossard's on 90 already.
God,
Gyökeres is on 200 grand a week. Fair enough. He bagged 50 odd goals last season, 100 goals nearly in 2. Fair enough. You're going to put him on that. But when you're looking at Jesus, you're looking at 29. You're looking at our captain, all over 200 grand a week. Yeah, Declan Rice, 200 odd grand a week. Yeah, 240 grand a week. Bruv, you were on 60 grand at West Ham. Yeah, maybe you could make a claim for that one because he was £100 million worth of player. Yeah, so you could go, okay, cool, 240, fair enough.
The only way that changes, Lee, is if a new manager comes in, goes to those players and say, you're not in my plans. This is the only way a lot of this changes.
Harry Maguire's still at Man United for that, because they haven't done that. They haven't said you're not in my plans. He's on 190. When you're on top dollar, you ain't getting rid of him.
No, exactly. And all of this, when Berta came in, I thought all this nonsense was going to stop. Obviously, it hasn't. And the problem is, the reason why it's not is because we've got a football manager that is bigger than this football club. And that's the problem.
The fact is that they're all in the dock. Josh is in the dock because he's the one who persists with this manager. He's the one who brought in Berta. As I said before, it's early days, early doors. You're only going to see the real Berta in the 12 and 18 months. All you've seen so far is open goal signings and compromise. The only time he put his foot down was with Victor Gyökeres, where I believe that Sporting Lisboa were messing us about just as badly as allegedly Leipzig was. But he walked away from Leipzig, but didn't walk away from Lisboa. So we've got a play that he wanted, that he's gifted the manager. So that, but apart from that, we've seen him get rid of, Tommy Asu. We've seen him say no to Thomas Partey when Thomas Partey wanted a wage increase. So these are the little snippets we've seen of him. We're going to find out in the next 12 to 18 months what the situation is, especially if Mikel Arteta is still the manager. And still the manager if we still haven't won anything by that 12 and 18 months, because you and I know Mikel Arteta will still be Arsenal manager because externally there may be noise, but internally he's got a stranglehold over the club. Everyone's behind him, from Per Mertesacker to Mr. Kroenke, Mr. Kroenke Jr.
Oh, they're loving it. The amount of money he's bringing in, they're loving it.
So the players seem to like the guy.
Yeah, of course they do. They fucking 10 times their wages from their previous club. Of course they love it.
Even so, but I say it once, say it 1,000 times. We've done our bit, and we just have to hope that the club are right to stick with this manager, and the people that back him are right, because this season is going to be a long season. And I'm saying a big if and I'm praying it doesn't happen. But we have to be disqualified from calling for change because we've been doing it and no one's been listening to us. It has to be new voices who have to get off their asses, get on to TalkSport, get on to Radio 5, because I know they do a fan show at the end of the season, and speak your mind. Match-going fans, say as it is. Because at the end of the day, this season, we're under an enormous amount of pressure to win something. Where with the squad we've got at the moment, which we think is going to be our squad going into, the Champions League campaign and the league campaign, it's already short of Man City's squad and short of Liverpool's squad in terms of quality and numbers. So we're basically going into the cricket match with broken cricket bats already. But we've got to find a way to win. We have to find a way because the pressure, we spent loads of money. We spent money in the wrong positions, in my opinion, and probably in the wrong place, in my opinion. But we've got to make it work because the amount of money we spent over the last few years, you have to at least won one title and got to a Champions League final with the amount of money we spent.
I wouldn't put it past this manager's ego, to say, oh, well, I want to have the entire team that I've assembled put back together again to go for the championship since last year everybody was injured. He thinks like that.
Yeah.
Any man that comes out and tells a lie about we hadn't done anything at Old Trafford for 20 years.
He's off his head.
He's a megalomaniac. He's a megalomaniac. He's a madman.
He's off his head. He's just as deluded as Arsene Wenger was becoming towards the end of the season because we're not during the Emirates years. Arsene Wenger didn't have a better team than during the Emirates years, and that's 07-08 team. That was as good as it got, where it should have won the league. And I think that Mikel Arteta's 23-24 team is as good as it gets. Don't get me wrong, we're always going to be difficult to beat. We're always going to win more matches than we lose. We'll probably lose about 3 or 4 matches just like last season, but we'll probably draw, 3 times that, and we still be short. But that team in 23-24 was Mikel Arteta's best ever team. And that didn't win a title.
Yeah.
So if we still got players who have basically got scars from that and the team has not improved since then we're in big shit.
This is why I say Isle of Patmos. I've been saying it all summer. Isle of Patmos sentence. This is why this team is in major hot water. We're in hot water because this manager has convinced himself he thinks he can win the league with the same team that he's had for the last 3, 4, 5 years, and we've come up short every single year. He in his mind thinks, "Oh, I can do it. I can believe it." This is why you're seeing the captain coming out saying, "Oh, we tasted the fire in the belly." I keep saying they're saying the same thing he's saying. That means he's drilled that into some of these players, and it's seeping out, and it's going to get worse. And people want to keep saying, "Oh, y'all being negative," but it's the truth. It's like when you see a repeating pattern over and over and over and over and over, you know what's coming. We're resigning Trossard. We're bringing him back. Okay, line it up. Let's go. You add in Matt Wakey. Didn't see that one coming. Line it up. Calafiore, he's back. He wants the band back together again. The boys are back in town. And he wants to run that same team back out there again. And he's going to go for it again. And this time you're going to have City and Liverpool and whoever else is going to be there. Spurs will be at the dance waiting on you this time. And Chelsea and everybody else. It's not going to be like it was the last couple of years. And in his mind, he thinks, and some of this fan base, they think that no team has gotten any better over the summer. The warning signs are there. You saw Chelsea in the Club World Cup, regardless of what people think of that. You see Spurs against PSG last week, penalty kicks. You see Liverpool. You see Man City. When Newcastle decides they get a striker, we'll wait till they get sorted out. Fellas, Leeds. You better watch out for Sunderland. The way they were looking this past.
Sunderland going to be a tough one.
Yeah,
they're all going to be tough. They're all going to be tough.
You can just look at these teams, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. And a lot of these guys and gals who are up Arteta's behind are going to find out this year that there's a rude awakening. Rude awakening. There has to be a philosophical change at this football club. I showed Dan Potts something this morning when we got off. I showed him an article in Major League Soccer. All of the executives voted Kroenke the worst owner in the league.
Oh, wow.
His own peers voted him the worst owner in the league. So it's not a surprise to me that when you have a fool like Arteta running a football club, running into the ground, they're right on board with it. It's go along to get along.
Well said, Matty. Well said.
Well said, my friend. No, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's what gets me is that we needed to really make a statement. I mean, I was gutted last season and we never signed a striker. Then we get a striker. And then I'm watching Liverpool signing Wirtz and Etatike. I'm watching Man City do all this madness in the signing windows. And then I'm looking at Arsenal and I'm thinking, come on, why aren't we bidding for top quality? We're just in the comfort zone. We are 2-3 injuries away and suspensions away from the same team that played last season.
Yeah.
There's no difference. If Gyökeres gets injured or he falls out with the manager, you've got Havertz leading the line. If Rice gets injured, you've got Norgard and Marino to come in.
But DJB, Rice is injured. Rice is still carrying an injury. So that's why we put
But the problem is now, even though we've got a number 9, we look worse because there's no left back, there's no left midfield. You've got concerns at right back. Saka don't look fully fit. So it's looking worse than last season. Worse. How can it be? We've nearly spent £1 billion.
The $1 billion man. Remember I told you, JB, the $1 billion man.
Check this out, because a gal said this to Staffy previously.
What are your thoughts, though, about Eze and the whole Tottenham situation? It seems like he's agreed to join Tottenham.
I'm waiting. I'm sitting back. I don't think he's a Tottenham player by the end of the week.
You think he goes to Tottenham, or you think he comes to Arsenal?
I think Tottenham paid for his hotel to come to the Emirates.
What's he say?
He said, I think Tottenham are paying for his hotel for him to come to the Emirates.
Did he get the executive suite? Ask him, did he get the executive suite? That's what you should ask him.
What are we dealing with here, man?
What planet does he actually live
don't
on?
worry, we're going to roast him later.
Come on,
we're going to roast him, mate.
Absolutely mullered, Nick.
Yeah, don't worry, we're going to roast Igalo as well.
He's going to get killed.
He was one of the first people I told about that Spurs were had a long-term interest. I told him that I think last year.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, right, is that the manager has to work for the manager because he's made some big decisions. He clearly doesn't want to lose Martinelli. He doesn't want to lose Trossard. So that they got to deliver for him. The Gyökeres thing, he doesn't want Gyökeres. He wants Benjamin Šeško. Well, that's hard cheddar because at the end of the day, you've got these are tools you've been given, tools of the trade, and you're going to have to make it work for the sake of the club and the sake of your job. And then Saka, another one, who we think he's rushed back. He was playing with adrenaline. Of course, if you're half fit and you're playing around, of course you're going to be up for it.
Adrenaline, Kenny. Adrenaline.
It's adrenaline. But the fact is that we need to get this guy fully fit. And then
Kenny, he ain't making the World Cup, mate. I'm saying now.
Well, then what's happening is that we're going to be like last season. We're going to be, instead of being that team that genuinely challenges for the title, genuinely challenges in Europe, we're going to be the moments team we were last season.
Yeah.
Last season, we were a moments team.
That's what we're going to be, Kenny.
We weren't a strong, cohesive unit. We were just a team that were difficult to beat. And on our day, we can give teams a shellacking. And that's what we did. On our day, we gave teams in Europe and in the Premiership a shellacking. On our day and in the League Cup. But our day was few and far between.
The trouble is, Kenny, those moments get this manager out of jail.
Yeah, it's every time.
That's the problem. When this man is under pressure, we'll come up with a moment like we did against Real Madrid, like we did against Man City when we beat them 5-1, when there was things rocking around, when there was things shaking about in the football club. they come out with a result, and suddenly he's the best thing since sliced bread, and all went before it's all forgotten.
Yeah,
He-
what they do, they go to the very last game or the very last
Yeah,
season, like the season we're currently on. They've forgotten last season. Fuck that.
Yeah.
They don't care about that anymore.
No,
It's
What-
this season.
when it gets hot,
I'll tell you one thing, guys. He'd be an absolute pork chop if he doesn't take the cup seriously. Because I'll tell you one thing, he wins one of those, League Cup and FA Cup, that could be another year.
let's throw it in the bin already. That's already thrown in the bin. I'm not even.
I think
He's
so as well.
Yeah.
But he needs to revise that.
He's had 4 years to revise it. He's not revising that.
Yeah.
He's not even looked at it for 4 or 5 years. He's thrown that in the bin. You'll see all of the Max Down when you want to see. Hey, everybody want to see Max Down when you better be getting your Carabao Cup tickets now while you can, because that's gonna be the only time you're gonna see him is in the Carabao Cup.
Let me grab these super chats real quick here. I can't pin them; they've gone off the screen, guys. But let's go from. What is this doing? Fucking hell! Here we go. Why is it not showing them? I can't even see them on here now.
Yes, that's what trouble Dan was having earlier today.
Yeah, I can't see him. What's that all about? Right, let me start again. Let me refresh that. Smash the likes up. Make sure you sub to all the lads as well. The pinned comment is all their channels. No, that's not letting me do it. YouTube's bugging out, man, because like I'm on YouTube, on the viewer activity on the control room. Yeah, and the last super chat that I can see on there is Lawrence saying congratulations on signing Rodrigo. There's your Rodrigo. Congrats. That's the last one I can see. What the fuck? One sec. We'll figure it out another way, because we'll find a way. We always find a way, lads. Right. So if I go into that, bear with me. While you're waiting, guys, make sure you sub to every single channel if you haven't already, yeah? So if I go into that, it should load them. Why is YouTube being a pro?
You enjoy your cricket, Jez?
Oh, get out of here.
Essex has had a nightmare season in the 20 Blast. They've had a terrible season.
Funny enough, it's only down the road from me. There's Horsham Cricket Club. Sussex play there sometimes.
Yeah.
Down there. They actually
I'm taking Kenny next summer over to Essex one Friday.
Oh, I'll look forward to it. Hopefully, we'll be playing a Middlesex when we win.
Yeah, we'll go, Kenny.
Yeah, it's not even showing me him. It's not showing me the super chats. That's fucking annoying, man.
No, it's been happening all day apparently, Lee.
That's so annoying.
Nightmare it is.
Yeah, the last one I read out, I think was Anthony Lafleur's one. Yeah, I can't see any, but that ain't even showing on here. Yeah, the only one I can see, from the latest one that I can see is Lauren's one.
I don't know. Should I go on my phone and see if I could see the super chats?
You can't go back that far.
I
can go. I haven't, because on the YouTube studio, it saves them in viewer activity. Yeah, but it's not got saved in there.
I can't find them.
Nah.
I'm looking now on
Fuck's
YouTube.
sake, man.
I can't find them, man.
YouTube, sort your shit out, man. You're moving like Arsenal at Old Trafford, and in the transfer window.
I just get ready to say these transfer windows. That's what it looked like.
That's so annoying, man. Because I know there was about 3 or 4 there. Fuck's sake, man. That is a piss take.
Moving like Arteta going from 4th to 5th.
That's
No, Lee, what you got to do is say to him, put them in again.
Yeah, you need to pay for your guttering.
Hey, I got Lee. I've got 1 or 2 here that look like on my screen. I can
go on, man.
See.
Thank you, mate.
B, was Rodrigo the smoke screen? Was Rodrigo the smoke screen for Trossard?
Oh, that's funny. That is actually funny.
We got Gianni talks Calcio TV. Nelson, shit, I forgot Nelson was at the club too.
Yeah, he's still here.
Yeah, Nelson's still here.
He ain't
I
going
told
over
him Nelson on 100K a week too. Can't handle finances. Nobody want to pay them wages. B, 30-year-old declining squad player equals high wages. No ambition. Let's see who else there do we have. Do we have anything else? I think that is it.
See, I've gone into super chats on YouTube Studio on the actual dashboard rather than when I'm in the control room now. Yeah, and it ain't even showing them on there. The last one that's on there is Lauren's one. It ain't got them ones. It ain't got Anthony's one. That's fucking jarring, man. But you said that it was happening with Potts earlier, didn't you? This morning.
Yeah. Same as that thing was happening with Potts today.
That's annoying. Sorry, guys, if you did put one in. Apologies. But yeah, it is what it is. There's an issue with StreamYard as well. Yeah, I'm not on StreamYard, but it's obviously a YouTube issue because I can't see any of them. That's a fucking joke. Anyway, bless up for the love, but sorry if I can't see it. Yeah,
Leeds Saturday.
Similar to yesterday. Yeah, Leeds. Somebody asked earlier.
Ready.
Leeds. What are we doing against Leeds, DJ?
I'm going to go for a stinky 2-1 Arsenal win. Another stinky, scrappy affair. I'm afraid. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be free flowing. I think Leeds will come and do a job. They'll sit back. They'll try and hit us on the break. And they're going to be up for it. Leeds have got nothing to lose. It's early in the season for them. If they lose on Saturday, which they're expected to do, it ain't going to hurt their season in a relegation battle. They've got plenty of time to recover. I think we'll get over the line but I don't think it's going to be pretty. I think it's going to be similar to first home games of the seasons in previous years. I think it's going to be another struggle, but I think we'll win 2-1.
What about you, Jez?
I'm going Arsenal 2-0 win. I think we just have a little bit too much for them. That it will just get us over the line. I agree with DJ. It's going to be a stinky game. Notoriously, in history, home games at the Emirates ain't great. And I'm going to go for a 2-0. I don't think it's going to be a great game to watch, but I will watch it. But I think it'll be a little bit naughty. We know what Leeds are like, yeah. In history, they can be a naughty little team, and nothing's changed. So I'm looking forward to that game, actually.
Kenny?
I'm looking forward to the day out.
That's about it, isn't it?
Social. Go for social.
I'm not going to rush. I'm going to make sure.
Make sure they've got your sleeping bag ready, mate.
I'm going to make sure
Yeah, mine's ready.
Yeah, but one thing I would say is that we got to score early. We score early, we make it comfortable, and it's a comfortable 2-0. Because I think this Arsenal side, we score in the first 30 minutes, we're difficult to beat. So that's what we're going to have to do next week, this Saturday. So I'm going for a 2-0, but let's just hope it's. Don't expect great football. Just take a win, and just hope we get better when we play better teams.
What about you, mate?
2-1 to the Arsenal. I see 2-1. Rough, rugged, maybe a last-minute winner. That's the way it's going to probably be this week. So I'm not expecting too much out of this. Leeds are going to be difficult to deal with. 2-1. We'll see how it goes, and then we move on to the big one.
Yes, we do. Up at Anfield. That's going to be a long day. A very long day.
No, Liverpool got Newcastle. Have Liverpool got Newcastle?
This weekend, yeah. They play Newcastle this weekend.
And Spurs have got to go to the Etihad. Well, this Thomas Frank's going to get a reality check. If Man City play like they did against Wolves, he's going to get a reality check. And as for Liverpool, they need Gravenberch in that midfield. They get him back in that midfield, they beat Newcastle because they got better attackers than Newcastle.
Yeah, Chelsea, West Ham, Chelsea on Friday as well. Some big games this
weekend.
He's on the hot seat immediately.
Football Factory, the Football Factory.
Well, if West Ham nick a result, mate, fucking Maresca could be in the hot seat.
Yeah, it's the hot seat derby.
Yeah.
Jez, you know what I'm talking about. You know the Football Factory derby.
Yeah, Football Factory. Brilliant film.
Fulham against Man United on Sunday. Newcastle, Liverpool Monday. Yeah, there's some big games, man.
Yeah, big games.
They'll all be boring. You watch. Yeah, I'm going to go with a win. What's the score going to be? I don't know. They're not very good on set pieces. And we're good on set pieces, so I'm going to say 3-0.
I'll take that all day long.
I'm going to say 3-0, but it ain't going to be a great game. It's going to be shit. Yeah, just be a boring, skanky. oh, but we're feeling our way into the league, and 6 points out of 6 ain't too bad. You know, it's a great start. It'd be one of them ones. All right, mate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
What like, right? That it's Danny James, Daniel James is going to run himself into the ground for 70 minutes. Be it, you know, stretches a bit, and then when he goes off, that's when I think it becomes comfortable for us.
Yeah, they got Nonto as well. No, there'll be a bit of an issue on the camera.
Well, they got the supermodel. I don't know. They need to get him fit. But apparently,
the one that wears girls' school uniforms and that. Is that what you're on about?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Yeah, I don't know if he might come on for the last 20 minutes against us, the supermodel.
Yeah, you watch. If he plays, he'll fucking score. Big up to Gianni, bro. Arsenal are doing the same thing that bankrupted Juventus. They're just lucky to have the Premier League revenue. Very true. Yeah, if you go through our wage bill, mate, it's pathetic.
It's horrendous.
The amount of players over 100 plus K is fucking disgusting.
Yeah, that wage bill is demonic, man.
6 players over 200 grand. Yeah, it's almost like we're fucking Man City and we're winning everything, isn't it? You know, Real Madrid or someone. Like, how do you not win nothing for that long and all these players on over 100 grand?
Crazy.
And Zimmermendi's apparently on 75.
No way. Bloody hell.
He's on less than Trossard before Trossard's just got his pay rise.
Yeah, but what was he on? What was he on when he was at Sociedad?
40, I think.
Don't know. I think he's on drugs now. Coming to Arsenal.
you know, thing about Arsenal. Everyone says we're tight with money. Remember back in the day in the 80s, when they say, "Jules, spend some money."
Yeah, he'll be another one regretting it after about a season. Zubimendi. What have I done?
What have I got myself into?
I could have gone here. I could have gone here. I could have gone there. I could have hung it out, but here I am.
JB, Jokic is thinking about the first 15 minutes of the game Sunday.
You know, I think the Spanish players, Spanish-speaking players, I think like your Marinos and your Zubimendis, I think they're here for Mikel. If Mikel goes, then it becomes interesting.
Yeah, of course they are. Kenny, the whole thing's been a scam, right? He's brought in a load of Spanish players, so now we can say, well, I looked after you. Look, I fucking trebled your money, right? He's brought in 2 scrubs from City and said, well, I'll give you first team action and quadruple your money, right? Which is what happened. Yeah, in fact, with Zinchenko, he went up, from 20 grand to 150. Yeah, Jesus went from 90 to 265. So now he can go, well, I looked after you. Come on, you can't say, right, Zinchenko, how are you cussing me out like that? I've looked after you. Then he's brought in Declan.
They've both been injured since they cut the club.
Yeah, but don't worry, it's Tierney's fault. He was always injured. Yeah, then he's brought in a load of players that are on the fringe, of other clubs or are playing for lesser teams, like a Mascara, like a Kivior. Yeah, like then Ben White, some players like that. Trossard playing first team football. Now you're at a bigger club. You're not going to play every week, but you get double your money. Yeah, he went from 50 to 90. Now he's gone on even more. Yeah, Ben White was on about 25 grand a week or 30 grand a week at Brighton. He's on 150. Yeah, it's like everything about this club and this manager, it's been a scam. Yeah, the only way we've signed bang average footballers and put them on top draw footballer money. Yeah, we've now got Trossard, who's a bench player. Yeah, I like Trossard, but he's finished at this club. Yeah, this manager fucked him over in the 8-point season, 8-point clear season. He should have carried on playing him. Instead, he brought Jesus back and he's fell off a cliff since. Yeah, and this Trossard now is going to be well over 100 grand a week, and he's a bench player. I'm waiting until Capology updates its money for Madueke, because this fan base have been telling me that he's coming here on the same 50 grand a week that he was on at Chelsea. Yeah, what a load of bollocks. They were also telling us that Gyökeres was coming here, for less than fucking 150 grand a week. Well, Capology says 200.
They also said that the Madueke deal would have no factor on us bringing in Eze or Rodrigo. They said that all summer long.
Yep.
The tippity of the top is Thomas. That's what Thomas was saying. That's what I call him. Thomas was saying that. He was saying that, this won't have a problem, won't be a factor at all. He'll be here. And then what happened? Neither one of them showed up.
Yep. I mean, we've got so many players on stupid money. It's unbelievable. Like Fabio Vieira's on 45 grand. We could possibly shift him. Skelly's on 40. It's updated. Well, actually, that hasn't up. Is that updated? Yeah, Skelly's on 40. Yeah. And they said, oh, that makes him one of the highest paid young players in the world. No, fucking don't. Yeah, so they've dressed that one up like, oh my God, we've given him an unbelievable bumper pay deal and put him as one of the highest paid young players in the world. He's on 40 grand a week, according to this website. Yeah, and he was on fucking what? 5
Crazy.
grand or 4 grand a week? So he's 10x'd his money. Cool, fair enough, whatever. Yeah, I ain't really too bothered about that one. Yeah, Ethan's still on 6. Well, it hasn't updated Ethan, but he was on 6 grand a week. It ain't updated Kepa, and it ain't updated Nonny yet. Well, if Kepa's on any more than 75 grand a week, that's a fucking disgrace. Yeah, because that was what he was on at, when he was at Chelsea. Well, sorry, Bournemouth. 75 grand. Yeah, we pay him any more than that to sit on the bench. That's a piss take. Yeah, we've got Timber on 90. Yeah, so let's go top to bottom real quick, and we'll wrap. 29's on 280. Jesus 265. Declan and Odegaard 240. Gyökeres 200. Saka 195. Saliba 190. Martinelli 180. Gabby Magalhaes 150. Ben White 150. Zinchenko 150. Marino 130. Bench. Calafiori 120. Can't stay fit. Reece 100 grand a week. Raya 100 grand a week. Tommy's had his contract ripped up. Bye bye. Trossard's gone from 90 to whatever the fuck they've put him on now. Timber 90. Zubi 75. Kivior 58. Sambi Lakonga 50, Fabio Vieira 45, Skelly 40, Cole Hine 10. He's still here, by the way. Yeah, and then Ethan is on 6. Nonny and Kepa ain't updated. That wage bill is a fucking disgrace.
There you go.
That is free. That's nearly £3.5 million a week in wages.
Roll on the next manager. Welcome to the shit show.
Yeah.
3.5 million. 3.3 million that ain't updated Kepa and Nonny, but then obviously take off Tomiyasu. So 3.1.5 plus them two. It'd be about 3.4, 3.3. Yeah. That's an absolute disgrace. Yeah. Total outstanding, by the way, without them two on there. Yeah. If these players go the whole length of their current contracts, yeah, we owe just shy of £500 million to these players.
$500 million and the $1 billion man.
462.7 million pounds in total. Yep. That's without the manager, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is £500 million with his wages.
And one FA Cup without a single player other than Saka being this manager's team.
Can I be mischievous? Can I add a bit of mischief?
No, go on, mate. Go on.
I suppose it's compensation for not getting any bonuses for winning trophies.
Damn. Damn.
Kenny's landing the minerals.
AJB, Lee Majors ain't got shit on Arteta, does he?
Yeah, another reason we can't sell these bums. That's the point.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying.
With Arteta's wages,
we can't sell them. We can't move them on. Even Berta's now thinking, "What the fuck have I done here?"
With the money that we owe to Arteta plus that squad,
yeah,
that's £500 million if they all stay the length of their contracts and all run their contracts down.
And
that's without the billion that is spent.
Lee, we are not qualifying for the Champions League. It's a disaster away. If we don't qualify for the Champions League with that wage bill,
yeah, we're fucked.
We are on disaster.
Yep, we're on disaster anyway.
That's more pressure on him.
Isle of Patmos.
Yeah, see, Scott is spot on. Saka and Saliba new contracts. Yeah, because that hasn't updated Ethan's yet either.
We hadn't seen Saka sitting down with nobody would have signed the contract.
No. Why would he rush to sign me?
Yeah. That's what I've been trying to tell people. People saying, "Well, that won't get done until the end of the season." And to the point, somebody brought up earlier about the World Cup. If he costs Saka a World Cup spot this year, Arteta will get that receipt handed to him.
He's not signing. He's not signing.
Yeah,
I think he will sign, but it's going to have to be this season, isn't it? He's going to sign this season, which is before the World Cup. I don't think he's going to make the World Cup. Yeah, we see enough of him last season after that injury. He came off the bench and scored. Then he scored against Real Madrid, but he didn't really do a great deal in that Real Madrid game. He Panenka the penalty, then he scored a great goal. Right? PSG, he looks a little bit better. Yeah, especially second leg. Yeah. After that, he did fuck all. Let's just be real with it. He did nothing. Yeah, he's got one goal in his last 14 Premier League games.
Got improved.
Yeah, and the thing is, I know he was injured, yeah. He missed 12 league games, but he got 6 league goals last season. That ain't going to win us the title. If he'd stayed fit, let's assume he doubled that and got 12. Did we win the league? No. Liverpool still win it. Yeah, so he has to go to a 20 plus goal season. He has to do what Mohamed Salah's doing numbers-wise. Yeah, Odegaard needs to chip in. Yeah, because he was a fucking joke last season as well. And I know he had an injury and a baby and got married and all this crap. Yeah, who cares, mate? Yeah, like that interview of Odegaard's when he's saying, oh yeah, but you know, second's not failure and all of that. Did you notice the first 5 minutes of that, Jez? The first 5 minutes was them waffling about his fucking kid and his marriage.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, they were waffling about his kid and his marriage. And do you know what? I picked up off of that. Nobody picked up on it. He was already married. He was already married, and that was just a ceremony for his mates. They were already married. That's what I picked up on it. Unless I've totally misheard that. Yeah, and he said, yeah, he said, well, we're already married. Like, how do you pick the guests and all of that? And he was like, well, you know, yeah. And then they were talking about him and 29 going on holiday together. Bruv, what the fuck has this got to do with football? We don't care. Who cares whether you and 29 are like playing fucking daddies together with the babies? Who cares if your wives are going out shopping? Nobody cares. Yeah, he stood there, right, and he got down. I think it was Roman Kemp that interviewed him. I might be wrong, right? And he goes to him, "Oh, how was it? Was it stressful planning the wedding and all that?" He goes, "No, we had a bit of help." Of course you fucking did.
Yeah.
Of course you did. You're a multi-millionaire. You ain't planning a wedding.
No.
Like, get out of here. The woman's planning it anyway. Let's just be real. He's just turning up. They just want the dress and the day out. Like, but no, real talk. It's a load of bollocks. Absolute load of bollocks. This club has become an absolute circus. And when you're looking at the numbers, and the underlying numbers on this, 1 billion spent nearly, and £500 million in wages. That's without the assistant managers, the backroom staff. That's without Berta. That's without the board and all of that lot. We're probably talking nearly probably about 1.7 billion since he's been here.
I told you so you
It's
can
a
get
fucking disgrace, mate.
It's a missile, is what it is. You can go buy a missile for that.
Mate, you could go and buy some countries for that.
Yeah, you can get a couple, countries, a couple of
roll on Potsy's show tonight.
Oh, mate, D-Gal and E-Gal, they're getting spliffed up tonight.
Yeah.
And I have a spliff as well. I might actually sit there smoking a spliff while I'm putting them in it.
What time is that show tonight?
10 o'clock.
10
o'clock.
Yeah, actually, right. We need to wrap. Let me grab these super chats. I'm late for this Madrid game.
Yeah, cheers, Lee. Thanks for having us on, man.
Thanks for having us.
It's been good, man. The first show back. Sorry about the fuck up yesterday.
No, it's all right, man. Thank you.
Yesterday was just a shit show. It's YouTube's still not fixed itself properly. But yeah, let me grab these last two super chats as well. And we'll wrap. Left wing signing is the friends we made along the way, guys. Big up B. Long season, man. Big up my boy Beastly as well. My guy. I see you just text me as well, man. Lee Trossard is our only out-and-out baller. He will link up with Glock 9 better than anyone. I agree with that.
He actually did it in preseason.
I agree with that. He will find him better than anyone else. But the fact that we've still got him, Martinelli, and Madueke and Saka as the only wingers, you could potentially put Ethan there, I suppose. They're the only wingers we've got. Now compare that to the other clubs.
I told Dan this morning, guess who going over there with him? Jesus, he'll be over there on that left-hand side this year.
Yep.
No, Yorkeris.
Oh, yeah.
Have it stand in the middle.
29. Exactly.
Pee-wee will be over there. Yeah, Pee-wee will be over there.
Yorkeris on the left, Havertz down the middle.
I X called him that. I see. Did you see that, mate? X called him Pee-wee.
Yeah, Pee-wee.
Pee-wee. X had him mocked up on a post, but just up as Pee-wee.
We're not crazy, Lee.
No, we're not, bro. Big up McChronicle. To get this kind of transfer window, you could have just kept Edu. Jokes aside, if Arteta don't want any of this, he would have said so. Facts. Bro, this is the unprecedented transfer window they promised us. 350 million quid to be spent, apparently, yeah? Okay, cool.
Chest.
The war chest. I keep telling everyone, stop listening to every single one of these journalists. Flowers, Henry Talks Bollocks, Gold Bitch, and any other fucking idiot that is just spamming transfer news left, right, and centre. They're chatting shit. 99% of the deals never happen. Yeah, it's a load of bollocks. That's why I ain't bothered doing them. Lads, I could have sat on my other channel and we've done all the other teams' transfer news and I'll be on about 80k subs now. What's the fucking point? It's a load of bollocks. Can't be asked. Fuck the money. Anyway,
No,
on
big
that
up, mate.
bombshell, if you can stop donating. Well, actually, no, carry on donating. Blues fan, big respect. Goat Zigic, Matty. Respect the goats.
Yeah, man. That's what Jokers was looking like Sunday, looking like Zigic.
It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. But listen, this show has been fire, man. First one back.
Yeah, big up, man.
Bless up for rescheduling to today because yesterday. I appreciate that. Appreciate you all. DJ, what you got coming up, man?
Yeah, I've got Pots tonight. I think I'm on with DG sometime tomorrow, and if I can try and get on with Jez, I will do. Obviously, I'm doing a stream myself on my own channel on Thursday. Arsenal Huddle. Make sure you subscribe, everyone. And I'm doing a preview on my show on Friday, just previewing the Arsenal Leeds games and the rest of the fixtures. And yeah, that's it, man. That's it. All good. Thanks, Lee. It's been an absolute blinding. Glad to be back. Kenny, Jez as always, and Matty. Absolute wonderful. Thank you very much.
No,
and the chat.
It,
big up the chat, guys. Big up the chat.
Nah, bless up to everyone locked in. Matty, love always, man. What you got coming up?
Thursday, I'm working on putting together something for Thursday afternoon. I'm going to be doing a show. It's going to be What Have We Learned So Far? And I'll be going through. I'm breaking down film right now so that I can show people visually the same mistakes that we're making through this season and coming from preseason into this season. So we'll talk about that. And of course, we'll be there for the Leeds game with you on Saturday
evening, man.
Yep.
Rance is fighting Saturday as well. So when I'm on the emergency meeting, I'll be watching him punch up that Ziggy Johnson guy.
Yeah, we need a win, Rance.
Yeah, mate. If he don't get a win, he's going to get trolled heavily.
No, he'll win. He's a strong boy. That guy.
Yeah, he should win. He's
got in phenomenal shape, man.
Yeah, isn't he? Mate, he did a Chelsea watch along on his treadmill.
Yeah, I watched him. I was walking. Yeah, I was walking with him. I was on my treadmill walking with him, watching the game. Yeah.
The guy's built different, man. But nah, should be good. But yeah, bless up, matey. Big up, Kenny, man. What you got coming up?
I'm on with Dan at 10 o'clock, and then I'm out. I've got 2 podcasts, DG and Jez, and then I'm just going to sort of like keep myself ready, for the new season. 5:30 kickoff against Leeds United. See all the old faces. Make sure I get warmed up. I'm praying at City thrash Spurs. Yeah, I'm no Spurs fan. I'm not going to be cheering any Spurs goals. I don't care if it's against City or Liverpool. I keep it real. You know what I mean?
Nice one. Make sure you follow Kenny Ken 1972 on Insta. And Jezza, the Godfather, the legend. What you got coming up, man?
I don't know about any of that bullshit, but there we go.
All right, well, fuck you then. If you're going to be like that, mate, that's not very nice, is it?
He is a legend.
Leave the geezer alone.
I'm a legend because I'm old.
Nah, you're a legend. You've got more knowledge of this club than any of us, mate. So you are a legend to me, Jezza.
Come on. Kenny Ken knows damn sight.
No. When it comes to Arsenal, you're the bastard, mate. No.
Yeah, football in general, Kenny kills everyone. But Arsenal, you're the go-to, mate.
Hey, don't worry. Arteta gonna keep giving Jez some few with all these stats he keep bringing out, all these numbers and quotes and stuff he keep bringing out about what he's done since he's been at the club.
Yeah, what he's done is fucked it up.
Anyway, moving on. Great show tonight. Love being back on this stream. Missed it throughout the summer, as always. It's brilliant. Love it. We've been on with Kenny Ken, DJ and Matty, and of course you, Lee. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, will be the old school show with Kenny, DJ, if you can make it, and Shane. And Matty, if you're around. I know you're busy boy. Busy boy. And I'll drag on Lee probably next week sometime.
Yep, next Thursday I'll be there. Next Wednesday, sorry. Next Thursday. What days do you normally do it? Tuesday or Wednesday, no?
I normally do it Tuesday, but I can move it about depending if anybody
I can join next week, 100%.
Good man. And that's it, mate. And then I'm going to do a match preview. It'll probably be an early morning one. I like doing them about 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? I don't know why. I just like doing it then.
Nice.
I watched a podcast that with you guys, Northcote and Northside, Boy, I think I don't know. I was watching it. It was a great podcast, and you stopped talking about football and talked about Madrid.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, big up, guys. Massive.
That show was good yesterday, I can't lie. Big up to Oregon Goon for sending 5 gifted memberships. Big up to you, bro. Appreciate it, man. Dr. Seymour got one. Lynch. Well, maybe we should do that to our manager. Oh, no, how dare you say that? Cancel him. Big up to Matthew in the chat as well. He got one off of Oregon Goon. Scott Bean 22. Is that all 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. And who got the other one? Can't see who got the fucking other one. There we are. There we go. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? What is this doing, man? Real Madrid nearly scored. I can't see who got the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and somebody else. Oh, there it is. Jedi Master 94. Bosh. Make sure you say thanks to Dal, to Oregon Goon. Big up to everybody who's locked in. Appreciate it. I'm going over to the Madrid watch along. They're currently playing Osasuna 6 minutes 40 in. And yeah, man, bless up to the panel. First show back of the season.
Yeah,
it's
big
gonna
up,
be
guys.
a fucking long season. And then I'm back on Potts' channel after this Madrid game.
See you at 10 o'clock.
And we will be there. D-Gal and E-Gal are on the show. So, yep, they've got to answer for their crimes against our football club, cussing out Tony Adams, making out everything's great. We will be there, guys. And on that bombshell, make sure you raid the other channel. Make sure you sub to that channel. And make sure you sub to all the lads. We're out. Laters. Bye.
Big up, guys.